haven't the banks have been able to leverage the opportunity, and what do you see?
Okay. When we talk of KYC and vis-a-vis wallets, so Reserve Bank allows partial KYC. We can top up 10,000. So wallets. When you think of wallets, my simple question: will I spend 1 lakh rupees for my wallet? I think never. So when I use wallet, it will definitely for small payments. It may not be for 50, 20, 50, 20,000 also. I will not use a wallet. At that time, I will use a credit card because I am getting 45 days credit there. So this KYC, to me, which we have done in our bank, I don't think this has affected our wallets business at all, because 10,000 is allowed, the partial KYC, and to start a wallet with a limit of 10,000 should be sufficient. And even we have a co-branded card, IRCTC prepaid card. There also partial KYC is allowed up to 10,000. So we have not faced any problem, because that limit it will be sufficient for a user of wallet. I am using a wallet for small payments. This maybe taxi fare, other e-commerce small amounts. It will not be for 30, 40,000 that I will be using a wallet. I think we have not used that. I don't know about the other wallets. At least for my banks, I have never seen that type of request. So the KYC is not affecting the wallets definitely, because partial KYC we are quite comfortable with that. And this prepaid card, co-branded prepaid card, they are also partial KYC, digital wallet. This is going fine with the partial KYC. We are happy with that.
Right. I want to have Kumar into it. Basically, since you already spoke about that, we are having the same set of customers already having a digital use and transferring them to the digital wallets, and not essentially having a financial inclusion or people who are not using cash into it. What role do you see, because points of presence and other things are important for all these digital wallets and transaction processing, everything. How do you think the sustainability can come in, and in what time frame?
Okay. So sustainability, if you look at from individual organization perspective, I guess respective organizations have to, they know the business model. More money they get, the more they burn, and they're sustainable, right? Beyond that, I don't want to comment on that. But look, good part about the wallet is what has happened, the digital wallet, they've shaken up the industry. That's the good part, right? What has happened with that is more and more customers are now getting attracted towards digitization or digital transaction, right? And it has forced an ecosystem to really move towards what the consumer is looking for. In a subtle way, it's giving a message that there are certain security level concerns or some other convenience level concerns. Those needs to get addressed. And wallet providers have innovated around the inefficiencies and try to address those concerns. Now the question of sustainability will only come in wherein the whole model is viable in a long run, wherein through transactions, organizations are making money. Okay, and customers who seeing value is willing to pay for that value. It could be the end consumer, or it could be the merchant or the businesses who are wanting to offer this facility. Now, the convenience will come only when there are different use cases that are coming up in the marketplace. To give an example, 5 years back, I never dreamt of that I'll be taking Uber or Ola, right? And I can walk out of the car without doing payment, and the payment is going to happen through, digitally. I never imagined. That use case have created an industry, right? Look today, the inherent problem in the e-commerce transactions, that if you have to pick few, refunds is a big problem, right? When the consumers are transacting, how to refund it? Look what merchants are trying to do now. They are saying, I will own a wallet, or I'll have a wallet provider, and I'll try and do a refund to that, so the consumer can again come and transact using the same wallet. Use case is getting built, right? Now, as long as we are able to attract the customer, and we can, when I say attract, and there are different examples we can take. About 100 million plus consumers are doing cash on delivery. How do we move that cash on delivery customer to electronic using some means? Okay, and will that be sustainable? The answer is yes, because now you're offering convenience. If you look at bill payment, there are about 30 billion bills getting generated every year, close to about $100 billion of float, right? Now only 8% of that is electronic. Rest is all cash and check. Now what some of the wallet providers built a use case again, come and do through my wallet, few one tap and then you can pay a bill. So people are creating use cases, organizations are creating use cases, and as long as that continues, you'll find a set of population migrating to digital. They like the service and they're willing to pay for that service. That's, to my view, is more sustainable.
I want to add one more point here. Actually, the upgrading the wallets or a PPIs to a bank, I think that's what Mr. Nachket Moore's committee's recommendation was. And if you go through that recommendation, the whole paper, you will, one can see that the purpose was the PPIs, they've got certain limitations and restrictions. For example, escrow account, money not available for them to give interest and whole lot of stuff. And that was meant, actually, if you see, the PPIs would have, the survival part of it or a sustainability part of it would have become much easier. I think RBI's intent is to promote all the PPIs to a payment bank. Another angle to this, the payment bank, purpose of the payment bank is to ensure that the cost-effective transaction is available to the common man at a very different level, as my friend was talking, at the bottom of the pyramid level. So that is why the payment banks, they were looking for a rural area, tier 2, tier 3, that's where the branches should be. But if you try to build, I think what happened was, again, one more bank, large bank, their name is payment bank. So would they achieve that cost-effective transaction? But small players, like earlier days, the cooperative players or regional bank players, that kind of players probably would achieve that, and they can also sustain. That was the intent behind that the report, and also it is in the cards.